good spot right there. Good morning. It's day 9. I hate when you do the whole monologue and then realize you were on photo mode, not video mode. So let me see if I can remember what all I said. That was astute, wise, and insightful. Anyway, I spent the night on Trey Mountain shelter last night, next to the shelter, near the shelter. I think it got down to about 37 probably. I didn't check the thermometer, but that's what the forecast said, and that's about what it felt like. But it was cool evening, hanging out by the shelter, meeting people, having conversations, and then treated to a sunrise this morning. My view was through the trees. There was a little tent city set up on an outcropping that had a clear view, I believe, of the valley to the south, which had lights at night, which is probably Helen and Cleveland and towns in that direction from here. Anyway, I'm about to go uphill, so I will check in later. My glowing silver beard. Well, I've been sitting here taking a break for a little while, but I've been on my phone almost the whole time because I'm trying to order some gear, namely a replacement kilt. Anyway, I'm sitting here eating these stuffed dates, these dates as my snack, and then I'll do a couple more legs and I'll break for lunch, and I'll fill you in on the details as they develop. I'm being swarmed by gnats. All of a sudden winter is over and it's gnats everywhere. Here comes more people, so I'm going to turn off. Hasn't been much to video about or talk about while I'm walking today. I've found it's just kind of this quiet, sunny solitude. Seen quite a few hikers today, more than any of the other days, in terms of passing each other and crisscrossing and what have you. Look at some of these trees, wow. I'm sitting here on the summit of Kelly Knob. It was a pretty intense climb up that one, but I took my lunch break here. All right, we're at the side trail for Deep Gap Shelter. I need to get some water, so I'm probably just gonna stick my backpack here somewhere on the edge of the trail and walk down there so I don't have to climb back up with a full pack. I think it'll be all right, right? I'll put it over by this tree. Hey, look, they even have a sign, so we know what this is. Good. Well, I'm back with water. Take the last break of the day. I'm sitting at this little, it's a green flag on far out, and it's called out as Moreland Gap. But to me, it looks like it should be called out as a tent site because it is absolutely perfect. It's flat, it's beautiful, it has a fire ring. There's water right around the next bend on the trail. All right, there's a bee. No, it's a fly trying to get me. But if this had shown up as a tent site on there when I was laying out my next few days, I might have stopped here. This is it. Unofficial tent spot. 0.4 pest, Dix Creek Gap. So it's either gonna be those two trees or those two trees. It looks pretty perfect. So I'm gonna make sure that's not a path going to another site through here. It might be. I'm gonna take these two trees for starters. So I'm all set up in the campsite. Looks like I'm gonna be solo here tonight. It's a very quiet spot on a little ridge outcropping from the trail. The trail is about, I don't know, 100 yards that way. You might can hear I've got the stove going in the background. Dinner tonight is, this is the dehydrated pasta with soy chicken that you saw me make in the video Rainy Day Kitchen Lab 2. And then I've also got, I threw these in at the last minute, I've got some chicken and dumplings with purple hull peas, I believe, that I had left over, and I dehydrated them to throw in some of my resupply boxes. And I've got 2 helpings of that in addition to all my meals. So I'm gonna use half a serving of that to supplement my spiral pasta, my curly pasta, just to get a little bit more food in me. And all the hot water. All right, new rule. Don't try to videotape a two-handed job while holding the phone camera, because then it turns into a one-handed job and you fail. I just spilled a bunch of my freshly boiled water and a little bit of my pasta on the ground, trying to demonstrate something, trying to film myself pouring hot water into my pasta. But I was demonstrating, but now I'm just saying, you can imagine it in your head, that I use what in backpacking circles is called the freezer bag method of cooking. And that is, you put your dehydrated meals in freezer bags and all you do is boil water. The reason you use freezer bags is they're robust enough to handle the boiling water, and then you pour the boiling water in the freezer bag, let it rehydrate in one of these. It doesn't have to be in anything, it can just sit on the ground and rehydrate, but a little Reflectex pouch will insulate it and accelerate it by, holding in the heat. And so that's all it takes. You pour boiling water in the dehydrated meals, stick it in the pouch, and wait about 15 minutes, and you have fully rehydrated food. And you have a clean pot. And you have a dirty plastic bag that you can throw away without having to wash dishes. So as you can hear, the water's done boiling. I'm gonna do this again. I'm not gonna film it. Maybe I'll film this part. So this is the dehydrated pasta with a little bit of the chicken and dumplings. Looks disgusting, doesn't it? So I'm gonna put this in the pouch, and that's a two-handed job. So here's what that looks like. And then this flap tucks again. 1, 2 hands. Tucks in like this. And you just wait 15 minutes and you flip it over every once in a while.